So, I'm about to give my own thoughts and opinions on marijuana stocks. Like, I'm sure you guys my own analysis. I'm just going to let you guys know, though, I'm not a financial advisor at all. So, purchase stocks, trade stocks, or invest at your own risk. But overall, this is strictly going to be educational. But from my own perspective, Aurora Cannabis is one of my stock picks that I actually invested in. I invested in all my marijuana stocks around October. So I actually got in like around 588. Wait, what? Right here? Yeah. And then it spiked up. I was happy. At that point, it went to $8, and then it tanked, wedged off after making that $4 mark. Just funny because I actually projected that it would actually drop to that point again, but $4 as a whole because there's like a gap right there. But so way I'm looking at it, seeing what it's doing right now, making that little channel and flag pattern here, I could see it trying to spike up again. 3 hits high, and then coming down here, making pretty much an even flag, a huge, bigger flag, and then taking off after covering that gap. Technically, you could always just buy it now if you wanted to. That is totally up to you. I mean, it wouldn't hurt you to. I mean, at the moment, it's only at $7.41, so it's still small change. And realistically, you're not going to lose money unless you sold it all back. And that would be stupid to sell it at a cheaper price with as cheap as it is. Well, depending on how many you actually bought. But overall, when you purchase a stock, it's even better to kind of look at the direction on your own and kind of try to get an idea where it's going and have an understanding and that it's going to fluctuate because it doesn't just go one way. And by knowing these things, you have a better chance at just leaving it alone and actually making money just versus hopping in and out of fear. Oh my God, it's a little bit less than what I invested. Ooh. But I'm just throwing that out there. Don't be afraid to invest. I mean, let's get a little bit of education so you can make the money you want to make. But overall, it's a good spot for Aurora Cannabis. That's a great opportunity, great company to look into, and you can actually still look at the financials if you want to, but my analysis shows that it could actually do that. But at the same time, there are talks of recession. There's presidential elections, so we'll see what happens in the long run. If a recession does happen in 2020, it probably won't hurt it that badly, because even still, this is a growing industry. So with cannabis being so new, it's not that so deep that it's gonna take a big hit. That's my own view on it all. And plus, everyone loves marijuana. So, and there are so many uses for it, not even just for like smoking it, but medicinal uses. So, CGC. That's another one to look into. Oh, actually, that's great. Because it's looking like it's in a good spot to purchase, which is where it's more like it's not a perfect, but it almost looks like it, but it could potentially just drop down and then break high. But at the same time, in the past I highlighted there was like a gap in here, so it's in the same boat as ACB, to where it can come down to close that spot. But there is another spot down in the $10 area, so there's like multiple spots to look out for. So there's potential that it could actually go deeper. So seeing something like that, it wouldn't be like a straight drop, because like I was saying before, like stocks just don't go straight up and down and tank, and even if it did bust, it would take some time for it to even happen. So kill the worries. Like I don't really know why I'm actually doing that, but overall, what I'm trying to do is, if it'll let me, whatever, we'll go to the next one. But overall, it's going to go like that. TY. There's another one. But yeah, there's, at the same time, there's potential that it might not be done too. So it could easily just go to 38 and drop. So where you make your purchase is totally up to you, but understand the market does fluctuate, and just make your confident decision. And the way I look at it is, has hit like 58 bucks before, so yeah, it'll come back and it'll just keep growing, and as long as the businesses are making money, even better. And you can go to investing.com, for example. You can look at the financials as well to see how they're doing. So they've been doing pretty well, as you can tell, like in the millions in as far as revenue. That's Canopy Growth, the one that we were just looking at. But wait, yeah. So there's general news analysis, financial, income, balance sheets, and everything else like that. If you use Robinhood, like the app that I was telling you about that you can get the free stocks with, they would actually alert you of like when their paydays. So whenever they send out their statements from the money that they made from the previous month, you will get an alert of that. Or you can just look at the news and do the research and everything as well on your own if you want to, but overall they make it convenient for you. And like I said before, commission free for every stock you purchase and everything else. The link's in the description for that and Webull. Tilray. Over here you see where I actually made the analysis for the gap. It actually came down and actually hit that. I made the purchase in October as well. But yeah, it played a while and dropped further after making a huge spike around that time. Like, yeah, I bought around here, and while it was at like 70 bucks. So at the moment I'm sitting negative, but I bought more when I found the gaps and when it showed like this pattern here. So it wasn't like complete or anything, but at this point it showed another gap. It said to me like, okay, it's going to come down, close it, and maybe do something else. And what do you know, it's like making a weird flag type deal and another shoulder for it, and shooting high slowly, as you can tell. Like, there's something that looks like a gap below, but I just don't see it going any lower personally. That's just my own ideas. If you have more experience than me with stocks or anything, and you have your own ideas, feel free to comment below your own ideas. I'm not afraid of anyone else's ideas. I keep an open mind. And alright, let's check out Aphria. That's another marijuana stock that we have. So, more opportunities for money. Oh, and now, I should have said before, Tilray is a bigger company than the other two. Other three, I should say. But, you see, like, there's like a huge channel on this one. I purchased it at about $6, so it hasn't really moved too much. It doesn't move much really, but as you can tell, it looks like, if you have experience, it seems like a kind of like a head and shoulders. It's awkward, hard to kind of really say, but either way, to me it's only $6. I'm not gonna like sell it the moment it goes negative. So if it goes up to $8, great. But I know what I'm in for. I could see it fluctuating a little bit lower because I did see like a gap. Wait. No, that's an old gap. Actually, no, the gap was at 92 cents on this one. It was way back there. So it could fluctuate all through the channel, personally, I should say. It can fluctuate, and then with the talks of recession and then eventually elections, it does make the market shake. So over time, we will see what happens. If you trade it, great. Nothing wrong with making extra money like that. That's a good opportunity. If you're just doing the buy and hold strategy, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you have multiple shares. And there's a lot of power in that, especially if your shares are cheap and you have money to spare. You don't, and that's, especially for something like this, you don't need like thousands of dollars to invest. So it's like, take advantage before it actually hits the $100 mark. So imagine when it hits 50, how much money will you have? $100 on its own, how much money will you have? That's the way I view these marijuana stocks. A long-term opportunity that can become big. But overall, if you found this information helpful, feel free to like this video and comment your own thoughts if you have your own thoughts and opinions of these shares. And if you like the channel, if you would like to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe, and feel free to check, why did I say don't? But go ahead and feel free to check out the Webull and Robinhood apps in the description. The links are in the description, and subscribe. Have a good one.